Morning, everybody. I want to introduce you to my pattern called Etzer. It's a really simple pattern. It's two sort of oblong shaped items next to each other. Put two rounds on top, sort of a bit poke root like, and then two arms up this way, a bit like betweed. So it ends up like that. It's a fairly simple pattern, but then when you can stack them on top of each other and create like a ribbon. You can just do a single one. You can do them in rows next to each other. You can do all sorts of things with them. I'm just going to show you the basic pattern and put it on a tile. And you can draw this, just to let you know, you can draw this in either order. I mean, obviously the first thing you're going to do is this part. But you can either do the hands first and then the heads, or the heads and then the hands. And the reason I say heads and hands is because this pattern was inspired by a word that we studied at church. Actually, I created this pattern a couple years ago, and the word was etzer, and it meant a helpmate, a helpmeet. Somebody, the study was about Adam and Eve and how Adam and Eve were created together to be helpers for each other. And so the illustration had to do with the man and the woman holding hands in an arch. Kind of like you would do, like, the kids game London Bridges or whatever, where you would make an arch and people would walk through. So that's the inspiration for this. And so it's two people holding hands in an arch over their heads. And so you can draw the hands or the heads first. So I'm just gonna, on this one, I'm going to start with a little bit of a border. Let me start with that. Give myself a playing field here. And I'm going to do a big one right here in the middle. So it's sort of an oblong shape. Two of them. They don't have to be the same. They can be, one can be bigger than the other. And then your heads, like so. And then the arms come up about halfway like that. And then this one meets. And then this one comes from here and over to there. And then this one comes from here and over to here, like betweed. So that's the basic pattern. And then just do with it whatever makes you happy. You can stack them, like I said, you can stack them on top of each other. You can continue. I enjoy this just continuing betweed in here. I'm just going to do that. That. Maybe I'll put a row of them going this way. No. Trying to figure out what this particular tile wants me to do. Maybe coming up this way. Can make them long and skinny. Like that. Sometimes when they're really close together like that, it's easier to do the arm part first. And then do the head part that's kind of behind. Like that. So you can do it like that. And then if you're going to stack them, just do the next one right on top. And do my arms first, and then my heads. And then stacking up on top, it would go about like that. And like this. I think I'll make that. No, I want one more. I guess I'll make one more. Little ones. I've made them kind of go smaller and smaller here. And then I don't know what I want. Maybe short, fat ones. Super wide like that. That's kind of cute. I'd not done them like that before. I like to experiment and do things different. Let's do the head part first this time, because that does make it look different whether you have the heads overlapping or not. Heads and hands. I liked the idea of having someone who's created just for you. There's someone out there in your life, partner, that is created just exactly to be the person that you go through life with, and that's a joyful thing to think about, that there is somebody out there. Some people may not have found that person yet. Some people may have had that person and have lost them, and that's sad. But to think about the fact that there is a person out there to be this person to hold hands with in times of struggle, in times of need, in times of joy. Just makes me really just happy to think about. And I think this pattern, I like doing this. I think this looks good with it. Just me. And perhaps because I've drawn this several times now, because it's mine, that I kind of have stuck in a rut. And so, if you guys do something different with it, I'd really, really like to see what you do with it and how you change it up and make it different. Because sometimes when you design a pattern, you have it stuck in your head that it's a certain way, and other people bring a different perspective to things. I think maybe in here, I feel like it needs something. I'm not sure what. Maybe some poke root, because this is very poke root like. Maybe I'll bring some poke root in. do it with this little lump. I'm going to do them like that. Yeah, those are interesting. Yeah, I like that. They're similar in shape, so they go really well together. And these are not exactly how I would normally draw poke root. Normally I would draw them. Do I have a blank piece of paper? I do. Normally I would draw a poke root more like that, and then that, and then that. But I'm going to make it like that because it matches my design here. I'm just going to fill in, I think. Like this. Oops, I almost overdid that one. Needs one more in here. Need something else, but I'm not sure what. Need some dark. I put this stripe here on this side. So on this side it needs something to kind of balance that. Something dark. I might even do broken screen in here, or yeah, maybe. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Perhaps that's what I'll do over here on this side. Just something to kind of fill in and wait. Give some weight to this side so that it's more balanced with the other side. Needs to go all the way up. Since that went all the way up, I think I need to do it all the way up on this side. And then it still needs something. I'm just gonna put some dots. Just needs something. I'm not sure why. They're just telling me it's not done. So we're just going to put a little bit of dots in there to kind of anchor that. And maybe come up looser at the top. and denser in there. Maybe overlapping into the screen a little. There we go. That's not bad. Okay, so now that needs to be shaded. Etzer is the pattern. It needs to get a little bit of shading going there. I'm going to go around the outside of that part right there. This one's going to be completely just like surrounded with shadow. This one too. Ooh-wee, it's hot again. Don't know what happened to fall weather. We had fall weather for a couple of days. It was nice. And now it's over 100. Well, I don't think it's over 100 yet because it's early in the day, but it's climbing quickly. Decide how I want to shade these. I'm not exactly sure. Give them a little bit of shading. So I'll just do them on this side. This one. Okay. That one's on that side, and I think maybe a little bit underneath here for these ones. Each one I do a little bit different. Doesn't really matter, as long as you have something so that you have some interest going on. Okay. Get a little blending happening. Okay. These guys I did it on this side, right? See how that makes it look different? This one, I shaded all on one side, looks different than this one. I just did the heads, and this one I did all the way around. They all look different. You know, you just decide which way you like it the best. There's no right or wrong. It's just how you feel at the moment. There we go. I think he's done. That is my pattern etzer. You can find it at patterncollections.com. Oops, my phone turned off on me. At patterncollections.com. And there we go. There's my sample. There's my tile. And you just do whatever you feel like doing with it. And I would really like to see what you guys can come up with and change it up and enjoy it. I'd like to see it. Thanks, guys. Bye.